Hey guys, it's Lori from the Watchman's Midnight Hour, and I want to comment in regards to 2019 during the summer. I woke up one time, looked at the clock, it said 7:17. The Lord was distinct in my spirit to pay attention. This was going to be important. And I'm like, okay. Within a week or so, many believers online were getting 7:17. Everyone was trying to contemplate what it meant. They were all freaking out, all kind of going against one another. It actually was traumatizing my spirit, and I believe the Lord, was burdening my heart. So I really sought the Lord. Lord, what are you saying to us regarding 7:17? And when I was in the garage, one time I was starting to sweep, and all of a sudden I just looked at my heart and I was like, Lord, what do you mean by 7:17? And he, within my spirit, was pretty distinct, and I know how he speaks. And he said, the wedding feast, the Jewish wedding feast. Do you understand what it all entails? And I'm like, no, I actually don't. I'm like, I actually don't know what goes on. So he said gift to me. So I went to the computer, and when I was looking for the Jewish wedding feast, I put in gift. Well, I tried to do it without putting the word gift in there, and it was interesting how the article that came up would not come up without that word gift. So, but it compared Jesus' return with the Jewish wedding feast and how the bride anticipates his return anytime during that year. But there is a great expectation that he's actually going to come on, the end of that year. Okay, right when that year's up. But obviously it can happen anytime. So what happened was I also looked up 7:17 under the Hebrew meaning, and the Hebrew meaning meant to gather, to pluck. And then I looked up the Greek meaning, and it meant Armageddon. Now that's very interesting. And as we look at this year, I do believe the Passover, there was a lot that happened. It's possible in the spirit realm some things were activated. We do know, at least I know, I don't know if anyone else here who's listening know about Barbara from God's Healer 7. Back in 2019, she got the understanding that the king, the king and his kingdom, His Majesty's kingdom. I don't know exactly how she said it, but obviously Jesus is coming, and it's possible that this Passover was just a marker for the start of the watch of the season of his return, because I do know, if anyone knows Minister Paul, the Lord was really clear for him to start watching, that this was the season to watch for his coming, for the rapture. Okay, I don't remember the exact words. If you want to go look it up, feel free to, and see what those exact word was to him. But he got an understanding that we are in a very important time frame. And I also looked up, I also thought about 7:17. I thought, okay, well, if you look at it, the Enoch calendar, right? 7 would be our September month. So then what I did is I looked up September 17th regarding the Feast of Trumpets, and that is the last day of the Feast of Trumpets. The Feast of Trumpets is September 15th through the 17th. So the last day is 7:17. If that's not ironic, yeah, I don't know what is. But I do believe that we are in the watch time, that it did start this Passover, and I really believe within my spirit, if we haven't left by this coming Feast of Trumpets by 7:17, I will be shocked. So God bless you all. Hang in there. We may have to endure some geological issues. There's so much, and I'm sure you all probably listen to Mike from around the world. You listen to what he says about how the earth changes are going to be, the sky, the meteor storms. I mean, I've had visions of everything. Everything Mike has said, okay? And all those visions are coming to pass. And one thing I do know, in every vision that God's given me, he's always shown his hand of protection. And just recently, I was on a jet ski, just on Tuesday last week. And let's just say I was behind an 18-year-old. My son, who wanted to go 50 miles an hour, and he wanted me to be on the ski jet with him. And I was praying, Lord, please send angels around us. I said, go ahead, just do whatever you want. How fast you want to go, whatever. I didn't understand the dangers of it. And all I know is he was doing a way too long at 50 miles an hour. And I got concerned. So I started to say, Lord, I am protected. God, I know I'm protected. I remember the time years ago when I cried out, God, protect me. And a booming voice surrounded me said, you are protected. So I kind of remembered back to that. And I was saying, Lord, thank you for your protection. All of a sudden, all I know is we hit hard. And I was flying away. And I looked down where I don't even know if I could have even reached my son. I think I might have grabbed his vest if I could have. But in front of me, down below my head, and it wasn't within my heart, but it was in front of me, I heard, let it happen. And I let go. I just literally went limp. And I felt, honestly, I can't even hardly remember exactly what happened. I just know my face got very close to the water that was speeding like crazy. Next thing I know, my body's being like thrown over, down, where I'm going down feet first into the water. And I opened my eyes, which is something I would never do in salty water. But I think if any of you have heard what Mike said, is that sometimes our perception of what we're going to face creates more of our pain, right? So I wasn't even thinking whether it was salt water or water. I just wanted to look and see what was going on. And I knew I wanted to get my head to the surface. So I had the life preserver, right? And I started dog paddling, and all of a sudden my head popped out and my eyes weren't hurting. I had not a touch of salt water in my sinuses at all, not even in my nose. I had full on God's protection. So I just want to encourage you all. His protection will be there supernaturally no matter what we face before he comes. So hang in there. God bless you guys. Take care.